it's harder to... Oh, he did it! He did it! I'm getting excited before it's even happened. His game on Lee Sin rivaled Canyon's game on Lee Sin.
It's fine, because you're getting excited for Bro, which is the right course of action.
I know, but Hype is a member of KT, technically.
Okay,
he's on Bro.
We can't start this, Atlas. There's too many... I mean, what do you mean? Like, Humbug is also an XKT player.
That's true.
So
there's a lot of...
Okay,
I mean, as far as XKT, there's a lot.
Yeah, this is a complete no-brainer.
Yeah.
We are going to see where it goes, because obviously we have to get another block in here, but we've seen this Azir Poppy combo a million times. I do think that we're most likely going to see Cuz pick it up instead, because I think, as you're saying, the jungle Poppy just hasn't felt quite as strong. So we're just offering some cool stuff that actually is really good into Lee. It's just going to be Xin Zhao, though, as we all know.
Yeah.
And I think KT is going to be taking any grand risks. And the thing with Xin Zhao is that he just works in any comp. You know, he's just, I feel like, always fine. You're never going to be excited about it, but
vanilla ice cream, as it were.
Well, I feel like that was a previous...
I know, and it really triggered a lot of people. Yeah, we may get into that as we hop onto the Rift. KT versus Bro, though. Humbug back on his Lee Sin. We'll see whether he can do it again, but this time it's into a Poppy. It's a bit dangerous. Could be a big test for the young player. As let's get ready to dive onto the Rift for game number 1, KT versus Bro. The Poppy Ezreal in the early stages of the lane.
I think this can go either way, realistically, particularly with the lethality Varus. One of the things that's really interesting to me is that ever since the new changes, I actually think that the setup of lethality Varus is way stronger in mid and late game than it used to be. But it's not that much of a lane bully anymore. I've seen Lethal Tempo, I've seen Conquer. I don't know if I've ever seen PTA.
I haven't seen PTA, and if I have, then it was a very long time ago, and I'm sorry my memory doesn't quite get there. Humbug! He finds the Q! There's the first blood! And he even predicted a flash that didn't come in, or an arcane shift, or something, because he flashed for it.
He's not done.
Now Wei is dead. There is no way out. Pun not intended. Let's see how they manage to orchestrate this, as, yeah, he just watches. He is going to be able to get a slam, but not onto the target that is tanking the turret. And out they go. Polu realized...
Hype actually gets the arrow guaranteed.
Well, there's Hype looking for even more here. Is Perfect not really liking this lane swap that has come down. 400 health left on the Jace. Side, Humbug actually in tow, and let's see how Morgan is going to fare in a similar situation. Great heroic charge here from Wei to start this one up. As the knockup comes in and Docked Arm secures the kill, but he's dead! And that is actually Morgan picking
up the top side of the map. They were able to bully out Perfect.
And it should equal some grubs as well. And with an Ambessa composition, this is going to feel absolutely fantastic. They can endlessly clear waves in mid lane. Because starting off on this Cloud Dragon.
Uh-oh.
And oh dear, Morgan's found him. Polu's also made his way in. Doesn't land the anchor, but I don't think Cuz is living this one. He's a little out of flash. A little bit hard to hear, but for Bro fans, it is so huge that they were able to do that so early.
I can't believe that Bro have beaten both of the best teams.
Oh, Hype is dead. Caught on the flash and will be taken down. Cuz even able to get in there with some assist gold. As we were talking about it, Bros unfortunately lose their most fed member, or at least the member that does need the most money.
Yeah,
so Hype going to be down for 13 seconds. And that is going to be a denial on this one as well, as flash out from Perfect. Morgan gets that. And down comes Closer. They are not finished yet. Haven't seen much from Closer so far, as he puts Perfect in a circle. And let's see whether they can complete the dive. The answer is there is no dive, unless Polu decides that this is going to happen. There's the hook, trying to hold Perfect in place as best he can, and does get the ulti for the knockup. So they commit everything. They do manage to get their prize.
Step it up, and then ends up kind of backfiring immensely as Cuz going in on Polu here.
Yeah, Perfect in the area. Docked Arm not going to quite find the ulti though, and now the rest of the pros turn up! They are never alone! And there is the punishment onto Cuz. Remember, he had to use that ultimate earlier. Already over the wall, starting off Shelly here. Closer moving down, circle at the ready.
Look at Morgan, he's on his way.
See whether Morgan can find that angle. You can see Perfect does have teleport. He can make his way in. Hype tagged by the ulti there. As Keeper's Verdict doesn't find a target, but there's a public execution, and Wei goes down in front of all of his friends. Closes over the wall as well. Polu will be taken out, so it's a 1-for-1. Cuz is able to nail the smite, and Bro, unfortunately, will lose out in the team fight. We'll be getting towards their second Drake here as well. That is a lot of power as BDD is looking for Morgan. Cuz is making his way up as there's the flash traded there for Morgan's as he gets his way out. But is he actually safe? As Wei is going to move on over. Humbug also trying to find Perfect here, who does just hammer him back. Yep, that's an extraordinarily dead Ambessa, unless she has a few... No.
I like this from Brian. That's some bro activity, Atlas.
It absolutely is. Morgan going to be teleporting in, but we're committing to this play. It's gone. It is just gone. Yeah, Cuz is not getting over here unless this Keeper's Verdict can get rid of Humbug. The answer is no, and he's all the way back in again, down to 2,000. Cuz might get in, but it's Humbug that takes it away and then takes a quick trip back towards his fountain. Wei also going to die, but unfortunately, that is for real. And Perfect gonna have to flash out of the way of the bro freight train that is bearing down upon them. Hail of arrows comes through, and now Morgan trying to take matters into his own hands, but there's a wall of soldiers from BDD buying some space. He'll take the 100 gold there as well as Doctarm's not finished. The piercing arrow, he may have overstepped here as Hype is dangerous. Sundis comes up. Humbug from the side gets the kick with the knock-up through Perfect. And the rest of the bros not quite here in time. The first Q that I think Humbug's missed so far, and Hype not going to find that one either. The Comet not enough to finish off BDD. KT, they slink away. That could have been so much worse.
They have 5 grubs.
Yeah.
Oh no, Perfect.
That was not the...
He's 3 levels down!
That is absolutely absurd. As now Humbug going to get the mini stun into the wall. The public execution comes down, and Perfect kind of wishes that it wasn't so public. As Cuz
can't even be
defended.
Those are also sitting at level 15 here.
Sorry, Morgan. I guess we cursed you, as he's just going to dash around for a bit and then die. Speaking of dangerous, the feats of strength that Bro get are actually bigger than everyone else's. As now BDD looking for Polo. He does get himself his shield as the Chains of Corruption go down, but Hype gives away his position. And unfortunately, he needs Humbug to come in and save his life.
Winding up, you know when you go up, it's like...
And the thing is, we don't know whether the roller coaster is going to be okay. As Closer gets out of the way of the Emperor's Divide this time around, doesn't quite get what BDD's looking for.
Ult for ult.
Yeah, there are flanks upon flanks.
They don't know.
Flanks.
Bald Wave is crashing as well, as in they go.
Yeah, Morgan's making his way around. The ulti comes down from Closer. Humbug misses the Q though, as Cuz goes in. Closer is the one in trouble, but he lands the combo, and it does so much damage. Cuz has to flash for it, as now Doctarm dies on top of Hype. Doctarm may be the hero for KT, as Morgan in the river by himself. Now Humbug and Polo picked up by BDD, who says, "Not today, my bros. Welcome back to reality."
And the roller coaster comes crashing down on the bros.
I mean, it may not be over yet, and the dragon is still alive. But KT, they will be able to break open the base. They destroy the mid inhibitor.
It's 17 seconds, and that's Palu.
I mean, it's Morgan.
He has to. He has to do something crazy here because this turret is going to go down so quick.
Yep, can he deal with the wave? Oh, there's one caster minion! And he's ulting in? Okay, Morgan. I wouldn't be walking around like that, but the AoE damage is disgusting. Okay. I'm never doubting you again, my lord.
He's alive. He's alive!
Yep, he's alive. So is Polo. Is this dragon? I don't know about this one, Closer.
No!
I don't know about this one, Closer. He throws down the ulti and he explodes. Yeah.
Oh, there's no TP, but there are Hex Gates. I actually think that Bro can contest this.
Humbug's certainly going to. Humbug
as well.
Their way needs to be in position to block this Lee Sin from getting into the pit.
Humbug shouldn't be able to get in. Realistically, they shouldn't allow him.
Yeah, Wei just needs to press that W button, but I think they're looking for a turn. They do not want to go for it. He gets over the wall, or he tries to get over the wall, but Wei says no. Keeper's Verdict does not land, though. There's now Wei holding him in position. Morgan finds the back line and may just execute everyone. Hook going to connect there as BDD is held in place for the public execution. Cuz, is he going to fall down? The answer is finally yes. But the rest of the pros are so incredibly low. Morgan has to do this. He has to do it basically by himself. Humbug, can you be the hero? The answer's no! As BDD's promos will not be denied today.
He is a beefy boy.
He really is. Doesn't quite have max level yet. Doesn't have very much farmers. Oh, Humbug looks for it, but he doesn't get the kick. And KT, they managed to weather that storm. We'll see whether Bro can hold on. Over here as Hype throws down the Chains of Corruption, just not quite doing enough. Closer and Morgan still up. There's still a lot of damage here with Hype as well. KT are bleeding. Can Morgan find an angle? So far, they're doing a lot, but they're still going to lose this inhibitor. As in goes BDD and collects the Varus. Now Morgan's in the backline, but I just don't think it's going to be enough as the Bros desperately try to hold on, but KT will not be stopped. Not when BDD is wielding the Emperor of Shurima on Summoner's Rift. KT will not be denied, and they will take the first Nexus of this series.
And with their final breath,
그래만 조심. 그래 많이 미안해. 별거 없다. W 5초. 나 괜찮아. 존나 있어. 야, 안 뺏어봐야 돼. 안 뺏어. 노틸 봐줘. 노틸 그냥 계속 하자. 바로 앞으로 너. 그안 뺏어 공 있어? 안 뺏어 공 있어. 기다려 빼면 돼. 나 W 5초. 나 바로 갖고 올게 기다려. 오케이. 바로 쏘볼게. 오케이. 높을. 이거 앞으로 빨리 말할게. 안 나 이거 오로라 딜 한번 체크해줘. 좋았어. 감사합니다. 여기 있는데. 아, 이거. 야, 너무 힘들다.
They had that game in the bag. Morgan was absolutely massive. You can see this.
There you go. And then at 31 minutes, it's like the roller coaster starts. And once you're on, there's no getting off Atlas.
Yeah, it was a bit of Final Destination towards the end there. Not really what you wanted to see, but 40 minutes of just non-stop action. Humbug. I don't like Jhin, just as a rule. Jhin does have a large amount of range, though. So it might be all right. Polo going to be playing the Leona this time around. And I think it's going to be Yone, and it's not going to be Azir.
So the only issue with the Yone is that I think that Yone into Talia feels a little bit.
Zed doesn't have to run over the rocks. Way's hovering this for a really long time.
No, it's going to be Yone.
Remember,
it's going to be like, it's fine.
Yeah, the reason we get excited about Zed is because BDD was a well-known Zed one-trick many years ago.
I feel like the setup with the Zyra, the bot lane that you need to avoid, but no one can actually play into them. It's going to be an uphill battle.
All right, it's time to get out of the Rift. After that, I've got something cool to talk about. Because then those initials would just spell Mr. BDD, which is absolutely fantastic in my brain. And now that it's sat for that long, like I took such a long time to get to that point, it feels as stupid as it actually is. It was sitting in my brain feeling cool, though, for a while. Thanks, G-Sun, for that one. As you can see here, this was what I was referring to. Oscar in here in the LCK. How many O players do we have? Owner? I've got an owner at least. As BDD's going in, Closer taking so much damage, and there it is, the snapback. I think it's where carry comes from in a team. And I think you're right with this. And did he land the grasping roots as well?
Yes, but it was because BDD flash Q3. So like it's BDD that sets it up. You have to pay pretty heavily. Those Dom, yeah, I think Morgan just sides.
Morgan's doing the walk around it strategy. Never heard of that one. Just needs another leap strike in power, so that's going to get the flash out from Dom. Yeah, understandable. And KT's still got to grab some grubs. This matchup should be known by Morgan as, okay, we're ulting underneath the turret. As BDD, there's the walk out of the way as he wants it, but he won't get it. And the turret shot not going to be enough to take down
a player
BDD.
like Morgan, who, as far as we're aware, is just brimming with confidence at any point. This is going to be really hard to approach. The traps.
The flash cocoon, though, from Wei. Try and get rid of Closer, but it may not necessarily be enough. Humbug, though, will launch his way forward. They get rid of the Zyra before she can ult. Such a big deal. Wei going to be taken out here to try and get a little bit of something back, as now Dom dived in on by all of the pros. And after some really weird team fights in the last game, clearing out that wave and then moving on over, it looks like a fight for Shelly might be coming in as there's a beautiful stun onto Kaz. And this time he manages to press a button. I just don't know whether it's going to be enough. Great knock-up from BDD as Polo will be going down, but they're waiting for him to come back to his soul. That seismic shove, where was that going? very confusing button press as BDD's gonna have to flash away.
There he is!
Yeah, perfect. Here's that handbag that you were requesting as he flashes on top of Closer, and Closer flashes away. Humbug now fighting against BDD, and BDD's gonna win those, and now Doctom, they're fish in a barrel. He flashes one, and the Peacemaker doesn't land. Still, KT, a much better experience outside of the lamppost that is just wrapping on this turret in the bottom lane.
Flashing. Closer actually getting a crazy amount of value with the Talia E there.
I actually think Cuz should just build Rylai's full tank.
Dude, this Jhin is actually such a nuisance.
Yeah, exactly. And Perfect taking so much damage from him as well. Oh! The last bullet, and that's what happens. And I think they're going to be really worried if Cuz manages to survive. He's in range, but not going to be able to lock this one down. Has to flash the Deadly Flourish, and now another curtain has been called. Perfect, yeah, I'd be slicing out of that one. Still going to be blocking for his carries as Morgan trying to dash away as the Weaver's Wall going to be put in. I don't know about that engage follow. It's a bit dangerous as they get on top of Wei. Ace in the hole comes through. BDD dashes back. Morgan pushed out of the fight once again. And KT holding on to the phalanx.
I'm really happy that they can provide that as
yeah.
Hey, guess what? Bro's just starting it up. Bro activity, Atlas.
Oh, yeah. And they can't turn this into a Baron because they're basically starting it on spawn. BDD's moving over, but he's unbound his soul, so he's just scouting. Control wards
there's no
going up, going down as Wei is just wandering past as there is a teleport from Perfect.
Cuz.
Oh god, okay, the flash forward, Wei is just gonna pop, and Cuz is in range of that smite. Who's gonna get it? It's Cuz! As KT can now just ruthlessly walk forward, slicing, dicing, acting all cool. Perfect just shakes off that game number one. And he is going to be able to dice his way out. He will die here, unless he flashes. He decides not to, and by die, I mean just go home for a bit.
Morgan and Apollo had one job, which is do not let Cuz get through Tribe Rush. Because that is a Zyra. This is not, it's not Lee. It's not Zach. It's a slow walking, the walking animation of Zyra just...
Yeah, and they found her there. The Deadly Flourish not going to connect. Wei is... Oh, okay. I mean, you waited a very long time for that repel, my friend.
Is he still dead? No, okay,
well,
we don't know.
Yeah, if Hype is going to land all of the buttons, then
scuttering away.
Okay.
Just talking about, what was it? Another gotcha game.
Oh, BDD dives into the back line. He's decided Closer is over. And he's not just yet. And Wei's actually going to have this one turned on him. Closer takes down the Spider. And BDD just couldn't get it done and killed his support.
They need to threaten. They're not. Okay, Morgan is threatening.
Okay,
there's the wall.
All right, they're going to try and steal this one away. It's BDD that locks down the Drake somehow, but meanwhile, they found Doctom and Perfect by themselves. Perfect trying to protect the President, but Morgan says, not on my watch, buddy. There's the flick back from Closer, and Perfect may survive, but his AD carry will not. As Mr. Nervous D gone back on the screen yet again, and BDD is on a ward. He's been spotted. Polu has as well, though, and now BDD's going to have to try and find a way out of here. Polu, I don't think face checking that one is the way to do it, and I don't know about unbinding the soul there, BDD. As Polu just trying to bait him into having a good time, but the double knock-up going to be fantastic. BDD does so much damage. Wei comes over. He knocks him up again. Takes down Humbug. And that means no jungler. That means Doctom's going to be alive, and that means KT.
I don't know. You got to go in.
Wait.
It can't end like this.
Throw the crab at it.
It can't end like this.
I mean, the Baron is going to end like that. Chronicler, I can't figure out a way to fix that. However, they will take the mid out of turret.
Is it just a clean 2-0? Nothing to see here?
Oh, the most KT.
This is our 4th game of the day, and I don't know how that happened.
Oh, no, Humbug's going to face check. He is going to be able to flash away.
It's fine.
Does have the Vault Breaker.
It's okay. It's fine. He flashed out.
Well, now Doctom is going to be able to cleanse. Wei taking a lot of damage, but he's got repel. But he moved forward. I don't know about that one. He is well and truly dead. Morgan diving on top of Doctom, and the bullets are raining through. The Deadly Flourish from Hype is so good. And Morgan will just put a lamppost to Cuz and say, no, not today. Hype is the least useless Jhin I have ever seen in my life. The ground. Now, bro, you're going to have to carry this forward. You want to make the dream a reality.
Okay, KT, you can give. I want to repeat, KT, you can give up this dragon. You have 3 Drakes.
But do you want to, KT?
Well, they're clearly
do you
not,
want to give up this dragon?
Not going to, Atlas.
You could also get Cloud Soul, which
traps
is very
are down.
cool. They have position as
Oh
well.
my
Cuz is in the
God.
banana brushes. Humbug is spotted on vision.
Okay, the Drake
that
is gone.
cocoon went to Narnia. And this wall is going to
Unless-
split up the entirety of KT. They dive into the backline, but they get over the wall. Humbug is going to explode. Morgan, a beautiful Zhonya's keeps him alive, but Doc Dump's position is so good. Headshot number 1 is going to ring true onto the top laner of the Bros. And unfortunately, that was not their team fight, and KT will get the soul.
Like the
And
call
what-
is just pretend it doesn't exist, and guess what? It worked.
Wow,
Oh.
Ace in the Hole did
Humbug, no.
so much damage. He's
going back in?
He is just dead. He knew he was dead. So he had to try and do what he could. And what he could was die. Oh, Perfect is going to jump onto Hype here. Does get the cleanse out. And Morgan.
This is solo queue.
Yeah.
This is just solo queue.
Well, the turret is going to go down, and
Can they kill
Closer
it?
is going to turn up. Wei gets in here. Seismic Shove connects as BDD ults his way out there. Were unable to block it. Could have actually held on to him there as BDD, wants to find Closer, just gets out of the way. Is Perfect. Oh, okay, let's see whether he can kill him. And the answer is absolutely yes, he can. In the meantime, they take the Baron as well. That's what Cousin Doctor were cooking up in the other room. And Polu, I don't think he's getting away from this BDD Yone on his 5th game of promos. As Morgan trying to run for the hills, the smallest leap strike, the saddest leap strike will lead him to the death chamber as he is diced into 100 pieces.
It's a clean 2-0, nothing to see here. Morgan, the cries, guys, I was split pushing. Why did you join me? Just let me split push alone. And the jokes aside, they try to kill BDD. They kill BDD there, there's an angle, but guess what? That man only goes down when he deems it worthy. And a clean 2-0. 4K. I can't even say it's been a long day because it hasn't.
Yeah, it's been a 2-0, 2-0. I feel like I've been here my whole life. My God.
What?
2025 LCK Cup 20번째 매치 OK저축은행과
Thank you very much, guys. This is here for the LCK Cup POM interview translation, joined by BDD on the side of KT Rolster. Congratulations!
네, 오늘 KT 롤스터가 승리하면서 이제 13승으로
With KT's victory today, Group Elder is officially the winner with its 13th win. How do you feel?
너무 민폐를 끼친 것 같진 않아서 정말 다행이라고
You know, just being able to see that we haven't been a nuisance to Group Elder makes me very happy. BDD never fails to get his job done. In Game 1, you had an incredible performance with Azir, and the game wasn't actually going too easy for you, so what was the game plan?
쉽지 않아가지고 좀 힘들긴
You know,
했는데
lately the game hasn't been
뭔가
very
오늘 아지를 하면은
easy.
무조건 1승
It
챙길
was
것 같아서
pretty tough, but I felt like I had a
뭐
feeling
큰
that
얘기는
if I
없이
play
그냥
Azir,
잘할 것
that I
같아서.
would actually be able to take at least one win. So I think that was really what we did to deal with the game.
제드를 살짝 올리셨었거든요.
And in Game 2, you hovered Zed for a bit, and the analyst said that Zed seems pretty viable. So did you think that Yone was just a better pick?
아래에 내려가서 할 챔피언이 좀
You know,
많은데
it's just
그중에 제일 좋은 걸로
happens to be not as good in team fighting, so I think that's why I ended up going Yone, which helps in the team on the long run. And so you had an amazing Yone gameplay, getting the job done again in Game 2. So what did you think about today's series?
꾸역꾸역 이겨서 다행인 것 같고
You know, I think it wasn't easy, but we were able to make it a victory in the very end. So I think that's just something that we still need to work on, but it makes me happy still.
뭐
And
사실
now Group Elder
3위로
will have to
당연히 이렇게
compete
편하게
for the
올라가면
higher
좋은데
placing
아직
with each other.
경기력이 많이 부족해서
How do you think of
저희
that?
호흡 면에서 조금
You know,
끌어올려야 될 것 같아서
In
저희
terms of our
이렇게
teamwork
신경
and
많이 쓸 것 같아요.
synergy, there's a lot to work on to reach our true potential. So I believe that we have pretty much a homework that we need to work on. And many fans are watching you both in person and online. So do you have any holiday
다들
messages to
쉬러
them?
가시기 전에 그래도 이겨서
Now,
다행인 것
before you
같고
take a
다들
break,
훈련 후 잘
I'm
지내시고
really glad that
더
we're able to show you a
결과가
victory and bring you a happy
네,
one.
오늘
And have a happy Salai.
감사합니다.
And that's the end of the interview with BDD and back to the space. Thank you.